And we're moving to the day 2 of my solo trip along Padjelantaleden trail. Day 2 is still a bit boring, but wait for it. On day 3, I'm getting into the true wilderness. Day 2 begins in Nunes, then I make a stop at Tarikaisi hut for a snack and continue to do a double distance to Sommerlappa. I wake up so that I leave the hut before sunrise, but when I can already see the trail. It takes me ages in the morning. I need to quietly make fire so that I don't wake up anyone else, make breakfast, wash up, pack up my backpack, take the used water to a special place, and some other things. Well, it's time to say goodbye to Nunes. It's a long way to go. You know, my favorite thing about getting up early is the colors. So much less boring than during the day when everything is just blue.
So, day number 2, it's a little bit longer than yesterday because I think it's about 23 kilometers. So I got up at 4:30, left the hut around 6 maybe, and it's going to be a long day. But look at the weather. I'm so lucky today, and it looks gorgeous in the morning when you have this glittering snow in the morning light.
As I mentioned before, it's still an easy day. I have snowmobile tracks to follow and there is no need to use the map. The trail is pretty flat as I'm moving mostly on river. There are just several times where the river is open and I need to get onto a hilly shore. Around 11, I stopped for 15 minutes to have a snack and put my backpack down. With 19 kilograms of gear, it slows me down considerably.
That's how the wood is being delivered to the huts in winter.
Around 1, I go to Tarikaisi hut, the one that I'm skipping today. I ask the host if I can sit in for 15 minutes, just to get a rest, to have a snack, and he said, of course. Usually, if you want to use, for example, gas to cook some lunch for yourself, you need to pay a daily fee. What I like about getting in is that I can properly sit down and look at my feet to check for blisters and maybe apply some plaster. But then, unfortunately, it's time to move on.
It's really a bit disturbing when you are on the river and there are some bits that are actually open. Usually on the second day of a multi-day trip, I get tired and I start eating a lot of this, but then I get more and more tired every day of the trip, and by the end of it I just cannot eat, because when I'm really tired I just can't eat at all. So that's how it goes.
And then, 9 hours later,
There are separate rooms. As you see, I got this one. Maybe someone will join me. There will be more guests. I don't know yet. But I made fire, and now I'm just unpacking, and hopefully I will have dinner soon. I'm so hungry. So there is the second hut, Sommerlappa. As you can see, I reached it before night, which is very nice. And tomorrow I'll be going this way. And now I'm just sending a message home that I'm okay.
there is no phone reception along the way, so the only way to communicate is to rent one of these GPS devices. Sommerlappa is the only hut along the way which has a little shop, which I used to buy myself dinner. And then I try to go to bed as soon as possible. I have a long day tomorrow. Guess what? You're getting a little bonus in the beginning of day 3. I woke up around 4 today because I have a really long way to go. Plus, I'm quite scared. Because frankly, I just don't know much about the way further. Because there isn't much information online. And I know that the huts should be open, but I'm not 100% sure. But you know, it's so calming to have a morning routine. I put on some audiobook and then I make fire, I have breakfast, I pack up again to get ready to go, then I clean up a bit, meanwhile trying to make sure that no one else in the hut wakes up, and then I'm just ready to go. I'm extremely lucky with the weather. As you can see, it's about -10 degrees Celsius, which is really warm for March.
So, day number 3, and that's actually the scary day, because today I'm leaving the easy way where I had snowmobile tracks, and I'm entering Padjelanta National Park, where snowmobiles are not allowed, so there won't be any tracks, which means I will have to make my own way by the map, choose the best way to go, trying to avoid like lakes, but also using lakes. I've never done this before, I'm really nervous. Plus it's 25 kilometers today, so it's the longest day of my trip. Let's see how it goes.
And here comes the end of my second video, which is my second ever video on YouTube. I really hope you liked it. I'm sorry that it's so short, but it takes me ages to actually make a video that long, and I feel like it's much easier for me to just make small chunks, but give them to you every week, instead of making something long but take ages. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you are interested to see the next part of the story, please subscribe. I'm sorry to say this. It's a very YouTuber kind of thing, and I don't consider myself a proper YouTuber yet. But if you liked it, please let me know. And thank you so much.